My self-esteem is pretty low. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it's at about a 2.
I'm a 9 out of 10 on the self-esteem scale. Presenting an image is important, like big time.
I would rate my self-esteem about a 6. I am not some girl on the Disney Channel who writes in a diary and cries about a boy who doesn't like her.
In my head is a voice. Another voice. Female. My age. She tells me I can't. She tells me I'm not good enough. She tells me I'm fat.
When I have a bad day, I scream, I punch pillows and listen to angry music at the highest volume until everything else fades away. Or I smoke weed. Ever seen that on the Disney Channel?
She began to creep in during the 3rd grade. I used to be really, really overweight, like super overweight.
I'm not fat, but I'm not thin either. Boys especially like to point this out every chance they get.
Yeah, bullying is a huge thing in high schools. People kill themselves in the city all the time because of bullying. The only way to survive is to become the bully.
I don't know if it's a disorder. I used to starve myself. I guess it's a disorder. I'd always skip breakfast anyway.
It all started out with little comments about why I wouldn't sleep with him. I'm just not that type of girl. I like to get to know someone before I get physical. But he was like, oh, come on, you're being ridiculous, you're a prude. And I was like, actually, I'm not.
The feeling of having someone who wanted me took over. I would do anything then, you know? And boys turned into huge assholes, using me all the time.
Even though I gave up fattening foods, and even though others might see me as beautiful, I still look into the mirror and I see myself as a fat girl, a chubby girl. It's like this thing in my head where I constantly repeat to myself, fat, fat, fat.
One night we were alone at his house, in his room, and he had a bunch of bottles laying around. And he broke one and held it to my face. I was sobbing. He kept talking. I played dead. It was super traumatizing.
I don't think my parents understand the peer pressure, like how it feels to be pushed aside or to not fit in.
I did eventually tell my mom. She was the first person I told. She got me a shrink and encourages me to talk about it all the time. According to my therapist, if I make it less of a big deal, more like girl talk, it becomes less of a defining thing.
I was completely absorbed with attaining perfection. I forgot who I was. Now I know.
Here's who I am.
I am 16. I am middle class. I am Filipino.
I am Caucasian. I am 14. I am a freshman.
I am a 15-year-old girl. I am the daughter of Mexican and Nicaraguan immigrants.
I am not defined by my past.
I am the girl who used to be strong but now can't stop crying.
I will tell you I have high self-esteem. But do I really?